It's the Longevity Playbook. In this episode, we explore whether aesthetics can be a responsible bridge into deeper health behaviors. My guest is Maaike Dorsteen, founder of Furrow and one of Europe's leading skinfluencers. We dive into Botox, radiofrequency microneedling, and the role of skin as part of the longevity strategy. But we also go further, how medical aesthetics and lifestyle medicine can work together so that people don't just look better, they feel and live better too. Let's connect the dots. Welcome to this week's episode of Connecting the Dots. I'm really happy to have a dear friend with me on this episode, Maaike Dorsteen. She's the founder of Furrow and a very well-known skinfluencer across Western and Southern Europe. So I'd like to welcome you, say hello, and let's start with an introduction. So who are you and how did you get into the world of skinfluencing?
Hi, my name is Maaike. I'm 47 years old. Let's get the first question out of the room immediately. I got into anti-aging like 15 years ago. I was 32 working at television. And I was looking at myself and I saw wrinkles. I was like, oh my God, I'm aging. And I wanted to do something about my skin, and Botox was just coming up, you know. People are using Botox to reduce wrinkles. And I was sitting at the lunch
Canteen?
table.
Yeah.
And I was saying, I'm thinking about using Botox. And everybody was like, no, don't use it. It's dangerous. And then I thought, okay, why? Why is everybody so, taboo? Is it such a taboo? And then the online market became a thing.
Yeah.
And I was working in television and doing marketing. And I was thinking, I want to do something into marketing about anti-aging, because I think I'm not the only one who suffers or has this problem. So I just started. I started a website and talk about Botox and anti-aging. And first I had a marketing job at Red Bull and at Obagi Skin Health. But my website, it just blew because, like I thought, I was not the only woman who suffered from getting old. Mm-hmm. So there I was, and it became my full-time job. And in my television career, I worked with doctors. So I asked them, can you help me? And I was doing making YouTube videos at night, filming about Botox and vitamin A cream and all the things that will prevent you getting old. And it just expanded.
Yeah.
So that's how I started 15 years ago. And I made first I had a blog like 15 years ago with 100,000 visitors a month. And then I think it was like 8 years ago, social media just got more popular.
Yeah.
And I saw all the famous bloggers going to Instagram, and so I was like, oh my God, shall I follow? And I just did, and it worked out. And now because I like to tell the story and help doctors tell their story, because doctors they have the tool to help you prevent aging. And now I'm doing a lot of social media for plastic surgeons, doctors, clinics worldwide. So I don't have my own. I have my own Instagram platform, but also I'm doing Instagram and social media for different doctors.
It's like you're a translator, and there's so much of that story that I want to dive into, because like of course when you start talking about taboos, then you really get a peek in what people want to know. And I do remember right at the beginning of your journey in Furrow, there was nobody talking about like Botox and peels and like you would wake up and maybe look in the mirror and go, okay, I don't recognize myself anymore. What can I do about it? And what can I do about it is something you share with close friends, right?
Yeah,
And you
but
ended up,
even with close friends, people not telling the truth, you know?
yeah,
Now it's maybe a little bit more that you say I use Botox, but 15 years ago, nobody would admit they use Botox, but it was like huge, huge. And still, now on Instagram, some of my videos are viewed more than 1 million times, but I only have 30,000 followers because it's not, you're not proud to say, oh, I follow some girl who tells about Botox, You're still like, no, I like to age gracefully and I'm doing it with sleep and vitamin C and I'm like, no way. I see the Botox in your head everywhere. Everywhere. You know? So it's maybe less a taboo, but it still is a taboo. And the thing is, I use Botox. My face is filled with Botox. Like I
yeah,
can do this, but I cannot, I cannot frown. And I have it in my chin as well. And but I also sleep 8 hours a day, a night. I go to the gym. I walk. I eat healthy. It's not, it's not a how do you say it? A wonder miracle thing.
no, no, no.
It helps you, But still, I'm one of the few people who tell I'm using it.
Well, I mean, you and I have had many, many hours of conversations about it, and I've also been very transparent about my cosmetic journey. Like it's if you don't like something, fix it and do
Yeah.
something about it. And I think like I was for sure using Botox from when I was 33 on, and I'm 49 now. And like again, it's something that helps me feel more like me. And I think yeah, there's it's hard enough to be a woman.
Yeah.
We don't need to judge each other or ourselves about doing things to make yourself feel better. But I think that's the thing. There's something about when you're doing something for your vanity, or when you're doing something aesthetically, that it's criticized as being superficial.
Yeah.
But
True. Yeah.
but there is actually, I think there is a link, and I'm curious about what you think that link is to, your willingness to invest in other things that will promote your health and longevity. Like you talked about yourself, you do Botox, but you're also very busy with your own health and fitness and all of the things. Is there like, does it start kind of an avalanche? Does the cosmetic procedure start an avalanche of, hey, maybe I can invest more in myself?
I think one of the if you like when you use a collagen supplement in the morning, it's still it's really expensive. If you want to take collagen each morning, it's for your skin, it's for your bones,
Yeah.
it's for your hair, it's for everything. But I think if you buy a supplement which costs like 40 euros a month, so like let's say like €1 a day, and you start your day with taking a supplement, I
Yeah.
think during the day you will make better choices, and that's the same with the cosmetic procedure. I think if you invest in looking well aged, you will make sure, like if you pay like 600 euros for a Botox treatment and a laser
Yep.
treatment, I hope when you go into the sun, which is one of the most anti-aging factors in life, you will take the time to protect your skin against the sun,
Yeah.
So I think it's a package.
Yeah.
And it's expensive. Aging is expensive, or prevent aging is expensive, and it takes time. So I think if you love yourself, and you do it with me time and going to doing a cosmetic procedure, you will, I hope, you will love yourself that much to make healthier choices. But I still think it's like a high-end opportunity. You say, when I say it's Amsterdam, not everybody has the money or the time to take care of themselves.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the things that you didn't say about these treatments that probably should be said is the pain. Like, they're not all comfortable, and you're not necessarily done when you get out of the chair.
Nope. I had a meeting this morning, and they said, "Oh, do you want to do a Morpheus treatment? It's a radio frequency treatment." I was like, yeah, when, where? Because I need time to recover, And recovery, it never fits in your agenda. It never fits. And when you think it fits in your agenda, it doesn't fit the next day because you feel like awful. Yeah. But I think it's the same. I say cosmetic treatments is like anti-aging, or it's like the gym for your face, You when you want to look good, you need to go to the gym, and not one time. You need to do it like several times a week. Find a sport you like, and that's the same with cosmetic treatments. You cannot do it one time, and you don't need to do it all. Just find one treatment that fits you, and that you like to do, and that will suit you and your face. Yeah. Let's go back to the radio frequency micro needling, because I think that's one of those treatments that, it's really on the fence of cosmetic and longevity, because I want you to explain it, because you know way more depth than I do. But this is a treatment that penetrates the skin, that promotes collagen production. Again, it brings elasticity back to your skin, and it's not necessarily limited to your face. But your skin is also a part of your body, so it's also got to be a part of your longevity strategy, right? Your skin is your it's an organ. Yeah. So when people say, I'm taking care of myself, I'm listening to my heart, my kidney, I'm not drinking, and I'm like saying, your skin is the biggest organ you have. Yeah. So take care of it. If you say it's part of your longevity, I think. Yeah. And there are quick fixes, and fillers and Botox are quick fixes. Mm-hmm. But I think fillers are one of the most quick fixes ever, because you have a wrinkle, you inject something and it's gone. Mm-hmm. And the radio frequency laser treatments, IPL, Morpheus, that are treatments that, like you said, you do it, then you don't see a thing. The only thing you see is like swollen, red, horrible face. Okay, can we just pause a second and remember? Yeah, your face. Oh my god. You look like a sumo wrestler. I might even post that as part of this podcast promotion, just so people are like, oh my god. Yeah. But the results, amazing. You got to trust the process. Yeah, it's amazing. But the thing is also, it's not, you can do it like 3 times in a year, and then next year you need to repeat it. Yeah. You're still aging, so you need to repeat it. And it's like awful, because you already know what's going to happen. The first time you're like totally blind and naive about what's going to happen. But the next time, you're like, oh my God, I need to do it again. But I think let's just go back, because we talk about these procedures a lot, and maybe the people who are listening don't. So like IPL and OPL are more for like redness and sun damage and freckles and that sort of thing, right?
And then the microneedling is for tightening.
Yeah, tightening.
Okay.
And also to get some glow and color into your skin. You know, now we're getting into fall, and the summer, the color from your skin fades away, and you're like, I look bad again.
Yeah.
But the radio frequency just brings back a life in your skin. That's what I always say. And I love those treatments. I do a lot by myself. Like I don't test it, you know, I have only one face, but I really like to do the radio frequency laser treatments, IPL for some redness, and then the Botox. I don't do fillers, but that's what I do. I just like it.
Well, I think the important thing that you said there was, and it's also really important to keep in mind if you're building out your skin longevity plan, is there's no such thing as one and done. No. So with the radio frequency microneedling, so I did that with Stefan in April, so February, April, and May. And it's a fantastic result. It's a horribly painful process, like just really, really, really painful. But you can truly see a difference. But the thing is, if I would like to continue to see this difference, I need to do it on an annual basis, maybe 2 to 3 times a year to keep it going. However, that said, that's going to keep my skin younger and more vital, as opposed to just like frozen and filled. So
that's the thing with fillers. Or you can, like I said, when you do a quick fix, it will look unnatural.
Yeah.
You have to do a long-term investment in your skin to have great results.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing, I think, again, with the link to longevity, is you need to invest in your skin. Or invest in yourself, or invest in your body. And you told about the pain for the radio frequency. If you do your belly with radio frequency, it's awful.
Okay, worse than your face.
6 times worse than your face.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that's the one treatment I said, okay, stop.
That's saying a lot, because you have a very high pain threshold.
Yep. I said, okay, you know, I like to work on myself, and like I said, I gave birth to 3 children. Beautiful kids. Yeah. I can handle pain, but this was awful. So the next time I had it, but we had a different. We had a tumescent verdoving. I don't know the
numbing.
Numbing. Yeah, we did a tumescent numbing. It's much better. This was awful. But yeah. And
like it was, but you can do this any part of your body. So you can get it on your stomach. You can get it on your breasts. I've heard.
On your knees. You can even lift your breasts with radio frequency.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you can do it 2 ways. You can do it from the the outside of your skin, but you have a limited in temperature.
Right.
Because if you want to age or prevent aging your skin or tighten your skin, you need 45 degrees and up.
Yep.
So that's why it's painful, because of the warmth.
Yep.
But when you go under the skin with radio frequency,
and that's the needle, right? Yeah. That penetrates. Okay.
No. You have the needle that's going like this.
Uh-huh.
But you also have now new treatments where you go under the skin with needles like this.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah, but you can heat in your skin up to 70 degrees.
Okay.
So you get like, you hear, when you when you go under the skin with a laser, and you put the heat in, you hear the collagen shrink. The sound is like, yeah. So new stuff coming up.
Well, I mean, there's so much innovation that's happening now. I mean, from 15 years ago, where you had an option to have like a needle or another needle, and now there's like I can't even keep up, and I'm really interested in it, and I've followed you for years just so I could kind of keep on top of what are the options, because I think that's really important, and that's for me really important about what you're doing is you really help the doctors translate what they're doing in a language that the consumers are going to understand. So like I'm also really curious because you've got a very dedicated following, and people tell you a lot of things. Like what are consumers looking for at this point? Like what's most important to them right now? We've talked about this a little bit before, but like let's go there.
The main concern is fear. Everybody's afraid, that something will go wrong.
Okay.
So they've seen all the extremes, because on the internet it's all about, Botox going wrong, fillers going wrong, eyelid surgeries going wrong. But most of the time, it's not going wrong.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be the one.
Well, we always imagine that if it's going to be like Murphy's Law, if it's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong on me. But in all likelihood, it doesn't, because like some of these procedures are done like millions of times a year. So there's a lot of experience of good.
So I think what people ask me, which doctor do I have to go, or I'm seeing this procedure with Kim Kardashian. Is it okay? And the same, like for one Morpheus treatment, the radio frequency is €500. And you need to do it 3 times to get a result. You're not there with one treatment. So it's €1,500 for a subtle result, Mm-hmm. So people, before Corona, during Corona, they had money that they could spend on cosmetic procedures, but now we're back to being normal, so we like to spend our money on having dinner, vacation,
Travel.
So it's not only cosmetic treatments, and €1,500 is a lot of money for a lot of people.
Sure. So
they are concerned. I have saved my money for 5 years. Is this the best treatment ever? Mm-hmm. And sometimes, I cannot give medical advice.
Yeah,
that's not allowed. But I want to help.
Sure.
So I don't judge. I never judge on my Instagram platform. I never judge. But I always say, if you have a problem and you want it to be solved, just look at my videos. You know? And you have to make your own decision. It's the same with going to the gym. If you're running, it's not better than soccer, or if you're playing basketball, it's not better than playing tennis. You need to find the thing that suits you and suits your skin. And if you don't have any money, just buy sunscreen.
That's the best anti-aging skin tip.
Yeah. Just, that's your thing, It will cost you like €5 a month. Yeah. And it will prevent 80% of your skin aging.
If that's not a golden tip, I don't know what is. Yeah. And like, what are they asking you for right now? Like, what's the demand from the consumers in the market? Like, is it more? I want to look a certain way. Like we had a bit of a chat about the GLP-1s, that there's a big demand for GLP-1s. But a barrier for many people to get them in both accessibility and cost?
I think one of the most asked questions is Botox. Okay. They want to use it, but they are scared for their eye to hang or their frown to pop. So they ask me what is the best doctor for Botox. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
And just for the record, so we can have another laugh at me, that happened to me the first time I did Botox. So I went to like a nail salon in Toronto, went in a back room and got jabbed. And I remember waking up like a week after, and then all of a sudden my eyebrows were down to like my eyelashes. And I was like, oh God, what do I do now?
the answer is wait.
Wait, yeah, you wait it out. There's nothing to do. Yeah.
If you're no, Botox is no, if it's gone wrong, you have to wait. But the positive thing about this is that it will go away, but you need to wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had this in December because it's really weird. My face really likes Botox, so when you give my face Botox, it will suck in. So that I know. So I was with a new doctor and we were doing a workshop and I said, okay, give me some. And he's like, oh, I told him, okay, if you give me Botox, it will work like a magnet to whatever. It just pops in. And he's like, oh, okay, I know. And then he just, oh my God, I couldn't move my face for 2 months. And he said, oh, next time I give you less. I'm like, no,
next time.
There won't be any next time. Like I told you, my face really likes Botox. So, just have a laugh.
Yeah. I mean, you have to have a sense of humor about just about everything these days. And this is one of those things.
Yeah. My kids were like, Mom, look mad. And I was like,
you probably looked like a monk that month.
Yeah.
It's like,
but nobody saw it except me and my children. But yeah.
Okay, so let's bridge a little bit to longevity. You're working with so many doctors, and you have worked with so many doctors, and and what I see is that you're working with the clinics that are more focused on aesthetics. But how are what would be considered longevity treatments now showing up in those clinics? Are you seeing any treatments that are...
It's hormone replacement therapy is playing a huge part now in the longevity because before... Oh, kids are coming in. Sorry.
That's
so
okay.
Hormone replacement therapy plays a big part because if you're going into menopause, it will definitely ruin your skin. It will ruin your skin.
And hair.
And hair and nails and, your mood. So
everything.
Everything. So I think now is the hormone replacement therapy is playing a big part in, because it gives you a natural glow. If you use oestrogen.
Yeah, estrogen.
And the same with the progesterone for your sleep, because if you can't sleep, you will look worse. So I think that's in 2025 the biggest thing in aesthetics.
And this is a little bit crazy though, because I have to go to a cosmetic doctor for my hormone replacement. My general doctor will not prescribe it. So
the protocol's changed.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of this year, the protocol has changed. If you go to your general doctor and you say, I have a problem, I think I'm in menopause or premenopause, they have to help you and write you a prescription for hormonal replacement therapy. Okay. But they don't like it because, it will cost them a lot of time because you need to find a balance in the hormones you need. So they don't like it. So they say, oh, maybe you can use birth control again. Yeah, that's what they say. But they don't have the time. That's the thing. Time is a big issue. But it's weird that you have to go to your cosmetic doctor, but yeah.
No, but so that's how they're addressing longevity. That's the trend that you're seeing. And it's not just for women. There's also hormone replacement therapy for men.
Yeah, but I think if we started this conversation about taboos, that's a taboo
For men? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
to say, okay, I think uh, 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 I lost some of my testosterone. Men are no, they won't discuss it. But
Well, I
it's
mean, it's like, first of all, there's nothing more humbling than aging.
yeah,
Like, you really just get handed like this is your health, deal with it.
yeah,
And all of a sudden things start getting really creaky, literally and metaphorically. And of course, like, if you look at hormone levels over time, you see a decline. With men, it's just like a steady decline. With women, I saw an infographic. I'll share it with you later. It's from Dr. Mary Haver. She does a whole lot on menopause, but she shows the hormonal. It looks like a roller coaster ride, and this is what the process for women look like until it hits menopause. And it's just like, okay, well then this explains a lot, but the symptoms are so much more dramatic in women than in men. Nobody's been supposed to talk about it. Like, nobody has been talking about it until about 5 years ago. And now progressively more and more, we're both talking about it. But yeah, I think, like, I'm also on HRT. I've been on HRT for 3 years. And if I wasn't, I wouldn't sleep.
no,
So
I haven't slept for 10 years because of this, and nobody told me that.
yeah.
I slept awful for 10 years, and I was in young premenopause. Awful, awful, and everybody said they prefer saying use sleeping pills instead of hormone replacement therapy, and it's one blood test, it's one blood test, and you will sleep. And
Yeah,
you,
it's a whole paradigm shift for traditional medicine, right? Like,
yeah,
I think there so much of traditional medicine is sick care and not health care. And then if you look at, and there's a lot of articles about it, and I know it varies from doctor to doctor, but many doctors don't have a background in nutrition, a background in lifestyle medicine. They don't follow any education on it, and it's really just they follow the protocol. But that protocol doesn't make you feel very good. Like, if you want to have a vital life, and if it becomes about health span, then there's so much more that you have to do. Is there anything else outside of HRT that's popping up in the Netherlands? Like, in UK, they've got like NAD, which
oh
is
yeah, NAD, yeah. But there's
yeah.
a big discussion about NAD. I think I there's still how do you say it in child shoes? It's still
Yeah.
very there hasn't been done much research, and the doctors, they say you need to inject it every day to get the benefits, and the suppliers, they say no, just swallow one pill and you look amazing or feel
Sure.
amazing. um, I think I'm don't kill the messenger.
No, 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 no.
I
This is you.
think if you sleep well, um, feel happy. That's really important that you feel happy. Go to the gym, make healthy choices in life, go out for a walk, cuddle your friends, and say to strange people on the street, you look amazing. It will be much better for you than one NHG.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Well, I mean, that this is great advice, and we're all looking for that magic pill or magic injection.
I've been trying NHG, but I'm a human, so I forget about it.
Yeah.
I think now hyaluronic acid is playing a big part uh, in creams, skin boosters, hair things. You have supplements with collagen in it and HID of NAD. I think it's all like 0.001% of what makes you feel good. It's all it's a
The
circle.
it's the sugar on top, the icing on the cake.
That's what I
Yeah.
was looking. It's a sugar
Yeah.
on top.
Yeah.
You know, I once had a friend. She was pregnant, and she was still smoking. And she asked me, "I'm eating a salad now. Should I be worried about the?"
Dressing.
Yeah, she said something about chemicals on the salad. I was like, "Why you smoke? You know, worry about that." So
Yeah.
it's prioritize,
Yeah.
prioritize. And the same is I'm 47. I have 3 kids. I work 7 days a week. You know, I look maybe 45, but my thing is not to look younger or 10
Yeah.
years younger, or I just like to be great at 47, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't search for the, like you say, the magic pill or 10 years younger in 10 minutes. You have to do your best to look great. And the same
Yeah.
with GLP-1s, you know, it's not a magic pill as well. It will suppress your hunger,
Yeah.
but you still have to make your own healthy decision not to eat the chocolate and the M&Ms, you know?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
that's the same with anti-aging. It's a package.
I think that's a beautiful way to put it. It's really making sure that you've got your pyramid set, and that anything that you're doing kind of aesthetically is on that top tier, but you have to have your fundamentals in place.
Yeah, but let's make one point really clear. If I'm not swallowing magnesium at night, oh my God, I won't sleep.
And this was the other point that you make. You have to find that thing for yourself, because everybody has got their unique chemistry, their unique needs, and you've got to be, you know, progressively testing what's working for you, especially in midlife, because you're constantly changing, like our hormones are. Like, how could cosmetic doctors collaborate with like the new trends in longevity, or businesses that are close to longevity? Like, I've always looked for, because my background is largely in fitness, is like, how could a fitness company cooperate with a cosmetic doctor? Because how do you get collaborations so that there's better solutions and more complete solutions for consumers?
I really like this one because I'm working on this right now. I'm working with a plastic surgery clinic, and they are specialized in post-bariatric surgery. So when you lost a lot of weight after GLP-1s or whatever, and you have a lot of loose skin.
So the correction surgery.
Yeah. You can train whenever, whatever. You can do as much radio frequency as you want. Your skin will never tighten on its own.
Right.
Maybe a little bit. But for a lot of people who lost like 30 kilos, or 45 or 50 kilos, they thought that if they lose the weight, they would be happy.
Yep.
But they still aren't. And then for some people, it's like the cherries on the cake. And for some people, it's like, oh my God, I lost 50 kilos. Now I have to do this
thing. Yeah.
But I think like the mommy makeover, or maybe the boob job, or the tummy tuck, you know, that's where I think plastic surgery, longevity comes together. Because when you think about plastic surgery, they always people say, oh, it's so fake. Don't do it. You don't need it. And I'm like, why? You know,
if it makes you feel better.
Yeah. It's really this is like personal, but I had a breast augmentation after giving birth to 3 children, And everybody's saying, oh, you don't need it. And I'm like, you haven't seen me naked. That's the first thing. But it's really hard to make a decision to go into surgery with 3 kids. You make the personal decision to, because it's not without risk, you know,
No.
to put yourself into a risky situation.
Yep.
So it's a really hard decision. So I think that's, maybe everybody says, oh, it's oppervlakkig,
Yeah, superficial.
but it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. And the same with, I think when you say to yourself, I don't feel nice looking in the mirror, or I hate my wrinkles, or that's a major step to take.
Yep.
And women, we are always harsh on ourselves, you know. We have the perfect marriage, you have the perfect life, you have the perfect children, we have the perfect house, and everything is going well, but it's not. So it's really hard to admit that you don't like a wrinkle. And that's not it's superficial.
No, I think that's it's a really vulnerable conversation, and I think what makes it so hard is what you said, is when you went into your augmentation, people were like, you don't need that. Why would you want to? And it's like, why do you get to vote what I want to do with my body? Yeah. Right. And there is a lot of weight on other people's opinions and sometimes criticisms. And there's always opinions and criticisms on women's bodies. So, when you make a change, you're going to get that input. But yeah, so when you have made the change, the lifestyle change, and you've lost 30 kilos and or had 3 kids and want to reinvest in your body, but it is longevity, because you're making yourself feel better and more vital, right? And
there's the part where fitness companies and like longevity and plastic surgeries can work together. It's not a failure if you go to the gym and do a tummy tuck. It's not failure. It's cooperation.
Yeah.
And if you are a fitness company and you have a cooperation with plastic surgeons, and you feel really nice, to say, okay, this is the best plastic surgeon for your tummy tuck, that's where people can work together.
So yeah, I think also if you're a personal trainer and you've got a client that's going into this kind of surgery and they get fit before surgery, they're going to have a better post-surgery recovery, right? True.
Because the advice is not to work out for 6 weeks. But that's different, For some people, it's 6 weeks. For some people, it's 8 weeks, So as a personal trainer, you can help them recover.
Okay, so Maaike, let's talk a little bit about how, like, one of the things that I'm super passionate about is, like, how can, doctors and the lifestyle medicine community, so nutrition, osteopathy, movement, sport, fitness, work together more, because there's such a complementary aspect to being fit and going in to do a procedure, and they don't often necessarily link. So what are the opportunities that you see?
I think it's weird that they don't link, because I think everybody is afraid they miss the piece of the pie, But I think the pie is getting bigger if you just, work together, cooperate together. Because we talked about the mommy makeover or the tummy tuck. It's really important that you go in healthy and you go in fit. And after 3 months, you need to do ab training. After a tummy tuck, you need to do ab training, especially when the abs are stitched from the inside. It's called raven, because after pregnancy, your abs will go, your muscles will go like this, and during a tummy tuck, you can do it, get them back together.
Yeah.
So
They're
people,
literally sewn back together.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is, where fitness comes in is help women recover,
Yeah.
or send them to the best plastic surgeon
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a part of it's cooperate together. It's not or plastic surgery or going to the gym. It's plastic surgery and going to the gym.
And
I think both are part of a healthy lifestyle. If you don't need plastic surgery, fine. But with plastic surgery, sometimes you feel happier.
Yeah.
And feeling happier will make you feel healthier.
I mean, happiness is part of health, right?
Yeah.
It's quality of life, definitely. Yeah, and I think, I mean, that's something else that stuck that I feel like probably contributes to, almost the judgmental association around aesthetic procedures. Like plastic surgery is actually cosmetic surgery or just surgery. You don't need to label it like when. And we use that word without even thinking because it's been so baked in, but there's so much judgment baked in that word. It's just like, why would you do that? Why would you be plastic? Yeah. But it's about feeling better, right?
That's it. It's about feeling better. And I always say, if you have a picture of yourself and you always see one thing you don't like, get that one thing fixed and then accept yourself.
Yeah.
It's one thing.
And I mean, I think that's the other fear that probably is unspoken in this conversation is the going too far, because you see on your algorithm, like, oh my Instagram algorithm, like when I go to search something, all I see is like bad cosmetic examples.
True.
And I'm like, why is this my algorithm?
I had so much fun because I did my belly with the Ignite. It's like the radio frequency, but then under the skin.
Yeah.
And the cosmetic procedure cost like 3,500 euros. And then I also had my face done with Botox on one day. So I came to my ex-husband right now, and I said, I think I have like 5,000 euros done to myself today, but you don't see a difference. It's only maintenance.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? I'm like, yeah, that's aging. It costs a lot and you won't see a thing. And you only see online the extremes. And that's what I really hate because, if it can make you so much happier.
Yeah.
And healthier.
That's actually something that we didn't talk about. And it is something that I do talk about with a lot of longevity companies is like, how do you measure? Like, can you measure the quality of your skin or the elasticity? No.
Yeah, you can measure, but it's like this because if you measure a dry skin without a cream on it, it's totally different 5 minutes later when you put hyaluronic acid on it. So you can measure like the water in your skin, but if you use a cream with hyaluronic acid in it, it's 5 minutes. It's totally different.
Much variable.
So it's like a momentum.
Yeah.
So, no. I wish I could say yes, but no.
Yeah, that's a pity, right? Because,
I think you can see it in the mirror.
Of course. But, I mean, there's also a huge amount of variability because, your hydration level, again, if you've put lotion on your skin, if you've had a good night's sleep, if you've been, eating well or not, or drinking too much or not. I mean, I also think it's like for me, at least in perimenopause, I didn't notice this until after I was on HRT, but I started getting acne again as soon as my hormones started playing games with me.
Yep.
And it was all around my mouth and like really big pimples that would just not go away. Yep. And then as soon as I got on hormones, they cleared right up. So I'm just like, it was like, it's reverse puberty. So of course you get to go through the acne phase again. Thanks.
Yep. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's, Yeah, there's many long and winding roads we could go down in this conversation. But what I wanted to ask you is, it's one of the things that I ask everybody on this podcast, and I just think it's a real indicator for the trends of where kind of longevity and in your case, aesthetics, cosmetics, skin is going. Like, if you had 10 million to invest in a company, can't be your own, where would you put that money and why? Within the longevity cosmetic space.
I don't know if it's there, but I would invest in an AI predictor on how you will prevent aging.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's there yet, but I think if we have the technique to individually can ik zoek voorspellen.
Predict.
Predict, thank you, how you age and what you can do to prevent it, personalize it. That's I would invest in that.
I mean, you must be able to, because like we can test genes now, right? And then
yeah, we can test everything, but we cannot test
putting it together.
Yeah, that's what I think. If just put AI on it, AI and anti. Yep. So that's what I think, what I would invest in, and also just find myself a new GLP-1, which I can use for hormonal.
Well, I mean, do you consider GLP-1 longevity? Is GLP-1 a longevity treatment, or is it only a weight loss treatment? That's a big discussion that a lot of us are having right now.
But if you lose 30 kilos to not be obese again, or get your BMI below 30, yeah, then of course it's longevity.
Sure.
But there are a lot of people I know who have my body type, and they are using GLP-1s, Ozempic, microdosed to, I don't know why.
Make it easier on themselves?
Make it easier on themselves, and that's not a way of longevity. That's
no.
Different.
That's pure aesthetics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anything that you want to add? Anything you don't think that we covered? That this is one of those conversations that I think we could just keep on going with, because there's so many different directions, and maybe that's a call for a next episode. But
no,
yeah,
I can go about this all day long.
It's your job.
Yeah, true. That's my job. Yeah, no, I just love my job. Yeah, and I'm really happy, and I don't mind aging. It's like you said, it's weird that you age and you feel better. Like when I see pictures of myself being 16, and I'm like, oh my God, I was amazing, but I didn't feel that way. It's weird.
So you don't appreciate it when you have it. I think there's something in midlife, at least for me, and I hear it from a lot of the people that I talk to that are embracing it. Like, if you accept that this is, where you are in life, there's just like a very quiet confidence that happens, and you all of a sudden get really comfortable in your skin and who you are, and like almost you don't have to apologize or justify or anything like that anymore. There is actually many benefits to aging, and I think kind of the wisdom and the confidence that comes are two of those things that I think can be a very good upside, and we don't necessarily have to chase youth. It's not about chasing youth. It's just about living the best life that you can at your age.
Yep, that's it. I think I'm chasing happiness.
That's a great thing to chase.
I am really happy. I've never been happier than this period in my life, I think. But I'm still chasing happiness. Still living my best life. I hate that quote, but it is.
No, but I mean, if that's the longevity hack for you, what a beautiful longevity hack. I think more people should lean into that. Chase happiness.
Yep.
Might not be a cold dip, but
nope.
way more rewarding, a lot more joy in it.
I swim every night, eh?
Yes,
In the
because
water.
and in the cold water.
Yeah, in the cold water, and that's really nice because I used the cold water as I think a long time to wake up, but now I use it to go to sleep, because if I swim at 8, like 20 minutes in the cold water, I come in and 1 hour later I'm like so tired. So when you go to the pool as a kid, at the end of the day you were like so tired, and now I'm using it.
No, that's a wonderful strategy.
Yeah, it's like down.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for this afternoon and your wisdom and your time. And I've just, again, I always learn so much when I hear you talk, and it's fantastic perspective. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Connecting the Dots. If today sparked a new idea, helped shift your thinking, or gave you something to take forward, share it, rate the show, or drop us a message. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next conversation. Until then, keep connecting the dots that matter.